Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. On the agenda tonight, we have Richard Thompson, and Richard's going to be playing his motorcycle ballad, 1952 Vincent Black Lightning. So let's get Richard up on screen and see how he gets on.
Says red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. Now a girl could feel special on any such like. Says James to red Molly, my hat's off to you. That's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I've seen you at the corners and cafes it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled around behind and down to Box Hill they did ride. Says James to red Molly, there's a ring for your right hand. But I tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. For I fought with the law since I was 17. I robbed many a man to get my Vincent machine. Now I'm 21 years, I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, then I'll give you my Vincent to ride.
I'm just going to jump in here because the first thing you notice when you listen to Richard play is his technical ability in this fingerstyle that he's playing and hybrid picking that he also uses as well. But the accuracy and the way that he really flows with his playing, and there's no real kind of set rhythm. You can hear just speeding up and slowing down in sections, and you can almost liken it depends how deep you go into it, but the fact that he's singing about a motorbike and acceleration, deceleration, but it's all in the piece. Just having those lower strings as those bass lines running along the whole composition and having the lead lines throwing in there as well, getting it all so precise and so clear to listen to. It's really impressive. Another thing about Richard is his vocal style. Imagine if Richard was one of those guys who was really trying to sing like other singers and didn't want to sing, so therefore just became a guitar player. There'd be so many artists that we would have missed out on if they didn't just go up and sing how they wanted to sing. And often that will be the makings of their original and unique sound is their vocal. You have it with so many players. Just think Jimi Hendrix, for example. He's the guy that hated his voice, but he just put in the vocals and it sounded great with his style. And Richard has got that kind of voice that is just like a story being told. You're listening to every one of those lyrics because of the way that he delivers delivers his vocal. He also drops in and out and sometimes throws in some vocal trills in there that are really cool, but he keeps that vibe of storytelling, not really trying to get up high in the range and melt people's face with his voice, because his style is storytelling and it goes so well with his playing as well. It seems to happen all the time that guys that have got a really unique vocal, it just absolutely goes with the way that they play guitar as well. But let's check out a little bit more.
Down, come down, Red Molly, good Sergeant McCrae, for they've taken young James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast in his chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. Said, I'll give you my Vincent to James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl. Now Triumphs and Nortons and Beezers won't do, that don't have a soul like a Vincent 52. And he reached for her hand and he slipped her the keys. Said, I've got no further use for these. I see angels on aerials in leather and chrome, swooping down from heaven to carry me home. And he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her his Vincent to
And there we go. What a great all-round performance. Not only the fact that he's playing so concisely with that fingerstyle, but also singing. I always say this, that singing and playing at the same time is going to double the difficulty. So much going on with that right-hand fingerstyle all the time when he's singing. And just the whole story of the track. There is so much in that track to listen to lyrically. But having a song with such strong storytelling in it is really rare as well. How many artists do you know that could write a song like this about a motorbike, you know, and giving such a great story behind the bike and a touching story as well? There is so much in the lyrics with this track. Sometimes, especially nowadays, I feel like a lot of the lyrics in songs have just been thrown together because they rhyme rather than because they actually mean something. And Richard Thompson's one of those guys that is all about telling a story. It's not about how many words you can get to rhyme in a song. It's how much you can get the words to mean something to an audience and to somebody individually. So really great lyrics here, as well as all that technical playing. And another thing is a great appreciation of melody within the lead lines that he's playing here. So when you listen to the intro and the outro, and you'll know the main riff, the main hook that's in this track, as well as the lyrics, which you want to listen to, you want to hear what's happening in the story and the context of everything that's going on within the song. That melody and the hook that he plays is so strong. I'm sure now, if you're just trying to imagine it in your head, you'll have that hook going through, you will have that intro, and you can still play it back. And that's the great thing about top level players who have also got an appreciation of melody. They can write something that will stick in your head once you've stopped the video. You're still going round in your head, just that melody on the guitar. The other thing is the fact that this is just Richard Thompson on stage with an acoustic. And he's just telling a story throughout this whole 5 minutes. How many times do you even see a full band where you get a bit bored halfway through because there's no dynamics and it's just a really samey song, the lyrics don't really mean anything? Whereas with Richard here, you can see everybody is absolutely engaged in the story and his playing, and he's absolutely got the ability to hold a stage by himself for over 5 minutes, probably for as long as he wants to, because he's got that storytelling ability. But having the technical ability to back it up with his fingerstyle is really impressive as well. So there's something for guitar players to get into because they can see all the technique in there. So thank you so much for suggesting this video for me to take a look at. Keep those suggestions coming in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Rock!